Hi, my name is Amalia. I've been living in Daegu for about a year, and I would describe myself as vegetarian. So the most important thing for me is to keep kosher. So one of the easiest ways to keep kosher is to be vegetarian. So I eat mostly plant-based foods and also some fish as well, because under kosher regulations, some fish, which is allowed to be eaten by Jewish people, is considered par, which means that it's not a meat product in a religious sense. So I eat a bit of fish and mostly general vegetarian, ovo-vegetarian diet, ovo-vegetarian diet. Kosher is a Jewish religious ethical system of eating and preparing food. So it covers everything from keeping and slaughtering animals to like the simple things around the home, organizing your house, keeping certain products separate in your fridge or in your cupboards, and how you clean and introduce new items into your home. So if for example, you buy a new pan, then you have to kasher it, you have to prepare it so that it can be part of your home. So you would obviously wash it with soap, as you would generally wash anything that came from the shop. And then you would scald it in boiling water as well. And you would make a decision as to whether this is going to be a dish for meat products or for dairy products. So in my home, I have a dairy home because I eat cheese and milk and other such dairy products. So everything in my house is classed for dairy use. So the fish is not considered a meat product, so it can be part of the dairy kitchen that I've created. Yeah. I've been vegetarian since I was about 16 years old, because when I was growing up, it was really cool to be vegetarian, and it was also a way to really irritate my mom. So when I declared to her my vegetarian intentions at 16, her first complaint was, "Well, does that mean I have to make you a full new dinner every single night?" And I was like, "Yes, it does." So so that was part of my motivation, was a little bit of rebellion. But then since then, I've just kind of found it's an easier shorthand to say, "Oh, I'm kosher. What does that mean? Well, I'm vegetarian." That's straightforward. So I've been vegetarian on and off. I'm vegan as well sometimes in the last almost 15 years. Yeah. I've been in Korea for about 2 years, but I did live here previously 8 years ago for 2 years. I think the last time I lived here, the international population wasn't as multicultural as it is now. So I think it's a lot easier to find foreign restaurants that have more vegetarian, like ethnic vegetarian dishes on it, on the menu. So that's definitely easier. And now, from a Jewish point of view, the Chabad house in Seoul has really started up properly. It had only just begun when I lived here before, but now they have a whole online inventory of groceries and things like that. So it's much easier to buy products that are either vegan in the sense they have absolutely no milk products in it, which you could use for certain Jewish dishes, or you can find food that is milky, that is the dairy style that I usually buy at home. Supply, demand, everything. Yeah, I think that there's a lot of difficulties being vegetarian in Korea. It's so hard to find a vegetarian restaurant. It can be really difficult, depending on your level of Korean, to express exactly what you would like to have taken in or added to your meals. And also, just a basic issue is that most Korean food will be made of a soup broth of some description, which will have a meat base or a seafood base, which makes it really hard to kind of keep strictly vegetarian in the country, I think. Well, I found recently that if you can find like a buffet-style restaurant, then you've got an awful lot more control over what you're eating. So recently, I went with a couple of friends to a traditional Korean-style buffet in the Daebaek department store near, I think is it station. Anyway, up on the food court there, they have a lovely one called Pulitje. So I really enjoyed that one. You can choose like a great the great variety of foods there. You can have everything from your savouries, your mains, your sweets afterwards, and it's it's very fresh and very well made. So I think those kind of situations are the easiest ones for vegetarians who are out eating Korean food. I think the best thing for vegetarians is going to the traditional markets because it's extremely cheap to buy fruit and vegetables from there. And when I was living in Daejeon last year, I used to go to the traditional market like frequently to go and get food. I knew which stalls were the cheapest. I knew how to get a kilo of tofu for 5,000won. So that was great, and I really benefited by having such a great source of fresh food so close by. And I really should do the same thing in Daegu because I live very close to Chuseong Market, but I haven't gone there yet. I guess one of the other things that's really nice here in Korea is the fact that there are a couple of companies that do organic food delivery straight to your home. So I had signed up to one by, I think it was GSA. I can't remember their full name right now, but it was like GSA Sokchi. So Gachi, yeah, it was like GACCJ, yeah. So I had their vegetable and bread food order for a couple of months, and again, it was great to know that there was always something at home that I could cook something up with. Not so much. I cook at home a lot. That probably differentiates me from most people who live in Korea, but as a foreigner, I guess. But yeah, I cook at home a lot. I have a small kitchen, but I do my best. I've got an oven and paraphernalia, and I probably only eat out when I'm socializing with friends and with my boyfriend, for example. But other than that, everything else comes from home. So. I wouldn't say I was that organized, to be honest. I wish I were. I wish I could say that on Sundays I just cooked everything and then ate my way through it throughout the week. That would be the dream. I do a little bit of both. Like I'll cook up a large amount of soup and go with that for a few days. It's a little bit ad hoc, but yeah, I spend most of my time picking things up from the local supermarkets and I'm just going from there. But yeah, almost everything comes from home. So one of the other things that I've been doing as well recently is I've also been ordering online from the Kosher online shop they have in Kabad, and that's really great because they actually have some very low prices for some things that are really expensive elsewhere in Korea. Oh, wow. So like things like crackers and other kind of like whole meal like wholesome like snacks are available there, and you can also choose a number of different vegan cheeses and kimchi and what have you. So they have a small selection, but they do have some really good deals and sales that go on there, which surprised me. So. Well, actually, one thing that I'd like to add is some things that I'd love to see for vegetarians in Korea. So I'm really glad to know that you're going to put lots of time and energy into this Facebook group, because it's going to be really nice. I feel like it's so hard to find a resource online which has everything together about where to eat in Korea. You can find like odd smatterings about like tourist postings, or Happy Cow that will give you some ideas, but I don't think that it's not really that centralized here, and I think that there's every opportunity to do that, because usually anyway vegans and vegetarians are like so passionate about their beliefs that they're always willing to create a community around it, a community around food. So I really think that Korea needs a nice strong online presence for where to eat, where to buy, how to adapt Korean meals, Korean recipes. I think those things, that would be a great resource. Marmite, I guess. So versatile. Yeah, I am British. At heart, even if I don't sound like it much anymore. And yeah, Marmite's always great. It's not just good for your toast, of course. It's a wonderful source of B vitamins, and you can always make stock from it, which is what I usually do. So it goes in the spag bowl, it goes in the soup, all those kind of things. Yeah. For food, I have at times, and then I've been told off by people who have superior knowledge of how my vitamins and supplements are a con. So sometimes I'm really good about that, and sometimes I feel like it's all a terrible conspiracy. So I don't know. No, I've not been taking any additional vitamins for a little while. When I was vegan, I did take it more seriously, and I definitely took a few. I think I had a multivitamin and some B vitamins and occasionally even primrose oil. So yeah, I took a lot more care of my health at that point because I did notice that my diet had been restricted mainly by my own cooking limits. But yeah. I have a few favorites. I like patchon, of course, like some pancakes are always good, and of course it's so easy to ask for that to be made vegetarian because it's freshly made up, it's always good. I do love hoh-duhk. It's not exactly a main meal, and can't think off the top of my head right now. Yeah, I get excited by quite a lot of Korean food, yeah.